Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ol'SargeCollects. So right now I'm doing a VR for Rick over at Vintage Oddball Cards, and he's asking us to share our favorite card backs of baseball cards. He wants us to pick our top 10 favorite backs of baseball cards. And so I've carefully selected each one of these cards for either the set that they represent or just for the card itself. So most of them I think is going to be more the set than anything. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So the first card that I'm sharing with you comes all the way from the 1800s. And what I really love about this card, as you can see, it depicts a very early baseball image of a baseball game. And you've got three individuals down here all watching the game, and you've got a batter, and you've also got another base runner here, and then you've got all the different positions, plus what looks to be like a umpire. So this is a very early 1800s image of a baseball game. And the set that this comes from is the 1884 Lawson's Playing Cards set, which I really do love the backs. I think I might like the backs of these cards better than the fronts. So, all right, so that's the first card. And the second card, I might also like the backs more than the fronts. And on this one, it's a 1800s baseball player, as you can see. He's got the old boots on with the leggings and the mustache and the lace-up shirt. He's got that massive bat that they used to use. And then there's a lot of Victorian decoration surrounding him. And this card is the 1889 E.R. Williams baseball card game. And this is of the number 9 card, the double play. And, you know, another thing I like about this set is that you can see a lot of Victorian design on the front of the card set as well. All right, so here's one you might not be able to recognize from the back. So this is a British tobacco set, and this is Will's cigarettes, or Will's tobacco. This one in particular is of Will's Best Bird's Eye. And again, this is of card number 33 from the Sports of All Nations set. Happens to be one of my favorite British tobacco sets. And so let's look at the front. This is the front of the card. Absolute beautiful card. One of the favorite cards in my collection. And this is from the 1901 Will's Tobacco Sports of All Nations, card number 33, baseball from America. So really love this image, this early baseball image, and really love the back of this one. Now the next card, you could probably guess already, it's a Manco card. What I really like about this card is that you've got Popeye right there. Looks like you've got Minnie Mouse down here. I don't really know who the rest of these characters are, although I do believe that that is Betty Boop in the top left corner. I really like this image, and honestly, for a lot of Manco cards, the images on the back are really just as good as the images on the front. However, this is the only Manco card that I have in my collection. So here is the front of the card, and it is Betty Boop. This is from the 1948 Manco card. So, and then the next card, you can probably tell what set it's from, and it reads like a newspaper. So what you see here is it talks about a 26-inning tie between two teams and it says up here May 1st, 1920, and it also says from the Daily News. The entire set actually, the backs read like newspapers, kind of like that 1964 Giant set. This set also reads like newspapers, but it's not from 1964. It's actually from 10 years prior, and it is the 1954 Top Scoop set. And this one happens to be card number 154, and it talks about the 26-inning tie game, and I believe it was between Brooklyn and who else? The Braves. So it was between Brooklyn and the Braves. And just take a look at that image. I have a number of these cards. I actually have all 3 baseball cards from the set. The other 2 are Babe Ruth and Bob Feller. And then they have a number of other sports cards in the set, but it is considered a non-sports set because there's a lot of other historical images and representation in it. So anyway, that's the 5th favorite card in the set, or I'm sorry, in this grouping. Now the next one, you'll probably be able to tell what set this is from down here. What I like about this card, or the backs of these cards, is that you've got a bio right here, you've got vitals here, you have a separate box just for fielding, which is something that oftentimes I feel gets lost in the mix. And then you've got the batting. And then you've got an advertisement for Red Heart dog food right here. So the player on this particular card is the Nellie Fox. And the next card is another advertisement card. So I happen to really love, the food issues. Probably some of my favorite cards of the 50s are all the food issues. And you've seen this card before on my channel, but it says down here that no one makes cookies like Johnston. And this is a Johnston cookies card. And this happens to be card number 5 for a player named Henry Louis Aaron. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he's kind of a big deal. So this would be an alternative rookie card for Hank Aaron. And the next card is in a BVG holder, and I'm not a big fan of these, but you could probably tell from the back that this is a 1956 Topps card. Happens to be card number 150. And it mentions a guy by the name of Duke, and it says Duke led the National League in runs batted in and runs scored in 1955. And it depicts that they went to the World Series in 1955. And it says that Duke is one of the baseball's greatest fielders. And so, one of my favorite backs because it also depicts that great year that Brooklyn had back in 1955, even though this is a 1956 card. And this is the 1956 card of Duke Snider in a BVG4. And then the next card is an advertisement for Hires Root Beer. And I really love soda pop ads. I'm a collector of Dr. Pepper. And, so I really love, soda ads and again, tying back to the backs of cards having advertisement on them, I really love that. So I love to read about an advertisement. And so this is from the 1958 Hires Root Beer, and this is Pee Wee Reese. And if you don't know, this is a knot hole. Talking about referring to the knot hole gang. The knot hole club. All right, last card number 10. This is a card no one's ever seen before. So this card is talking about, let's see. It says the player was number 9 in 1990. So this is a junk wax era card. The player was 4'10" and only 95 pounds from Garland, Texas, who played in the outfield on the team Red River Containers in the SGLL League, and his coach was Larry Harrison, and he was 11 years old in 1990, and that is of me. This is my rookie card, and one of my favorite cards in my collection. And there we go. All right, everybody, so those are my favorite backs of 10 cards that I have in my collection. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care, keep hunting the good stuff, and we'll talk to you soon.